Here's a look at the stories you need to know today. More than 230,000 Wisconsin voters may be kicked off their local poll books because of a judge's order. However, that order was appealed today by the Wisconsin Department of Justice. News 8's Jordan Frumstad joins us now with what you need to know.
Yeah, Mike, the 2020 presidential election is expected to have record voter turnout, but there's a controversial issue involving 234,000 Wisconsin voters, as you mentioned, who may be forced to re-register. However, local election officials say re-registering is easier than you think.
I'm predicting we're going to have record numbers at that election.
In an important election year, some Wisconsin voters may need to re-register.
We don't want people to be surprised on Election Day.
Ozaukee County Circuit Court Judge Paul Maley ordered to remove a couple 100,000 Wisconsin voters from their local voting rolls in a lawsuit filed by the conservative group Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, known as WILL. They argued that the Wisconsin Elections Commission was violating state law because these people may have moved. The Electronic Registration Information Center, or ERIC, helps identify people who may have changed addresses after filing official government paperwork with a new address.
Most of the 200,000 plus people on that list have moved and do need to re-register.
Some public officials have raised concerns because of how close some recent elections have been. The Wisconsin Supreme Court race was decided by fewer than 6,000 votes. Governor Tony Evers beat Scott Walker by fewer than 30,000 votes. And Wisconsin's 10 electoral votes went to Donald Trump in 2016 by only 22,000 votes out of 3 million Wisconsin voters. However, the Wisconsin Department of Justice has appealed Malloy's order immediately. Even if 234,000 voters have to re-register, La Crosse County Clerk Ginny Dankmeyer says people can visit myvote.wi.gov and register right on the website.
Everything you need will be right there on the website. So it's very handy for the voters to get access to that.
She says it's also a good education tool.
It actually will show you who your elected officials are. When elections are coming close, it'll show you what's on your ballot so you can be prepared, you can research, you can go to the polls, be an educated voter type thing.
Wisconsin Elections Commission Public Information Officer Reed Magny says the reason people are asked to re-register is to keep things organized on Election Day.
The whole purpose is to have shorter lines and fewer problems at the polling place on Election Day.
Now, Jenny said it's recommended to register within 20 days of an election, but you can register on the day of an election. It'll just take you a few more minutes to fill out that paperwork.
And what documents would people need if they do choose to do that?
So you want a photo ID and then something that proves your residence. Now, if your photo ID, like your driver's license, doesn't have the current address that you're living at, you can bring a bank statement, a tax document, something that shows where you're living. And that way you won't have to wait in line longer, you won't have to go home and things like that. But You got some time, so let's just enjoy the holidays first.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
Yep.